Hello, my dear Cancer. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between February the 1st to February 15, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you want to support my channel and my free general readings, you can click the ad in the beginning of the video or watch it for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. Thank you. I'm very grateful for your support and for all of you watching, liking, commenting and subscribing to my videos. It really warms my heart. So I use The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan with the artist Mark Evans, and I will start shuffling her cards. So I call the Divine with Love and Light, and I call the 4 Archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. So I want my dear Cancer to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to walk on your highest path towards spiritual enlightenment. AKA, I want you to be able to fulfill the reason to why you are here on earth at this time. So you have the Chariot falling out, so that's Cancer energy and Sagittarius energy in the same chariot, and you want those 2 energies to be drawn towards the same place. The Sagittarius energy is your willpower, what you want to create in your life, and the Cancer energy is more homey, like making a safe environment, making your body like your home. So it needs to be like balance between opposites. So I also want to take the chance to tell you about the full moon, February 11, the full snow moon or the full hunger moon for those living in the northern hemisphere. The star card and the moon. So major arcana cards popping out for you. So this moon will also have a penumbral lunar eclipse when the moon passes through part of the Earth's shadow. So 0043 universal time, you can see the peak. Okay, so it's done. You had the stars and the moon, so it's about being guided through your instincts, your subconscious, and your intuition, the divine, the stars. Okay. To get this through this completion process where you are going to be a complete like yin and yang person. So I'll tune in for a few seconds. Okay. So my dear Cancer, this is your future. This is your now, and this is your past. So the now is probably the first part of February 2017, but whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you is King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles is a earth person. It can be like a Capricorn, a Taurus or a Virgo, but it can be any kind of person. It can be also a male or a female. So it's about the masculine energy being here in the service of the divine feminine. The divine feminine is the abundance, like the foundation for our life on earth and also our economy. So it might be like a person being like an economic person, also like a teacher, a doctor, a healer, someone that's working with the feminine energy, the feminine abundance. Sometimes this male energy is taking advantage of this female energy when it comes to like deep mine excavation or deforestation, things like this. But what we want is, of course, a divine masculine energy using the divine feminine in like a gardener sense of way. Like you want to make the earth more beautiful, more abundant, and that takes a gardener. But if the gardener goes crazy and excavates the whole garden, pick up all the flowers, all the seeds and everything and leave it empty, that's a problem, of course. So it can be this kind of thing going on in your life. Maybe someone is leaving you barren, or someone is there and kind of taking forward the best in you. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's your gifts, what you are born with, your kind of skills and gifts, and how you can make money, how you can make an abundant, safe life for yourself. It's root chakra energy. And it's with this red, it's root chakra energy, but it's also the green for unconditional love. And this person is very centered on one thing. So in a relationship, that kind of means that the person is very steady, not going around with other people, things like this, usually. It's also like we see the feminine energy and the masculine energy in some kind of harmony, but they're very separated. But the throne is like with this feminine curved lines, and also the king's clothes here. The next card is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is a card about the feminine energy. It kind of wants to take care of its own. Maybe like it's like a situation where you don't need other people. You want to be very self-sufficient. You don't want to be like needing anyone. You want to be almost like an island, taking care of yourself, because it gives you a sense of control. And probably you have worked a lot to come to this level of feeling like you can take care of yourself and your own needs. So Nine of Pentacles is a very prosperous card when it comes to money, also learning new skills or using creativity. But it's also like kind of maybe people around you might think that you are a bit like you don't need them, that you give up this of this energy, that you can do without them. So that might distance you a little bit from people. It's the yellow energy here. It's me, what I want. The solar plexus energy. The brown is very rooted in the earth. And we see also that she's pregnant. So for money-wise, this is very good. With the King of Pentacles together with the Nine of Pentacles. But it's kind of a gardener. Having a garden that doesn't want to be really taken care of maybe. But in the same time, it's like a working process. Maybe the gardener can be let into this feminine garden. And it doesn't matter, as I said, if you're male or female, you can still have this wanting to be alone, don't want anyone to take care of you, want to prove that you are able to take care of yourself and not being needy, things like this. So it's some balance trying to be reached here between like give and take, and how much do you need, how much can you do for yourself, things like this. Trying to figure out like how you will make yourself safe and rooted, and having a foundation, like a security within yourself. It's like having a castle and taking care of it, having a home, taking care of it, and having a family, trying to nurture it. But it's like a little bit of lonely feelings here. So we also have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is kind of a divine trap for you. They don't want you to kind of sneak away and try to not do the work that you are supposed to do. So by thinking maybe that you can do things on your own, not needing other people, maybe you're missing a lesson. So it's kind of they are making it impossible for you to run and to kind of use your old survival skills to manage this situation. So I think it's supposed to be like you're supposed to balance out your needs, like how much do you need from other people, how much can you provide for yourself, and where do you draw the line. The hangman is sometimes you may wait for a person to open up, or you might need lonely time to sort things out and set things straight. It's like being upside down. You don't really know what you want or what's going to come out of this, and so it's a bit of insecurity, but it's supposed to be this way. It's like a time of personal growth. You see the halo on this person. It's also 12. 1 + 2 is the Empress. So it's the divine feminine energy. It's kind of we human beings has lately, or the last many thousands years anyway, like 6,000 years, we have been in a masculine energy that doesn't want to have a body. It doesn't want to have like for the animal side of life, not the body, not the human instincts, things like this. So it's a time where you want to separate yourself from your body, but now it's kind of a time to return to the body. So the body's needs is making you trapped in this situation. So it's a little bit like human evolution. We are kind of focusing on one thing at a time, so we are not maybe so skilled in doing many things at the same time. But now we are going to balance this out. So we have first now being like trying to just have a head and a soul and no body. And now we are supposed to have a body also and follow our instincts. The instincts in Egyptian religion, this ancient Egyptian religion, the animals was above humans because they have instincts. So the Egyptians felt that they were closer to God because they knew things that human beings didn't. So this is also a way to see this, that your instinct is actually telling you something that's maybe really important. And here you have a Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is a very beautiful energy. It's like the opposite of the Nine of Pentacles. This is like being self-sufficient, not needing to go anywhere, just staying at home. Everything is nice. You have everything you need. You can, yes, work and get your own money. You don't need to have anyone supporting you, things like this. But here's a Knight of Cups. So this is like recognizing that you need other people. And that you want like more love and more adventure maybe in your life. So this little guy with a silvery armor is holding the divine feminine before his eyes, kind of how this earth person held the earth before its eyes. So here it's like money, tangible things, like how you get your root chakra desires, needs met. But here it's like a step higher to the sacral chakra, how you can get your maybe sexual needs and also even higher, like your emotional needs met. But it's a knight, so the knights are young energy. It's not like the king that's like very well. He has learned a lot about money, so it might be that you have learned a lot about how to take care of yourself and money and house and things like this. But now you need to learn more about how to take care of your emotional needs. So the next card is the Fool. So the Fool is kind of saying this is going to make you happy. This is what's going to make life not like such a serious business, but actually something to enjoy and not just, task and things that you need to do to be able to keep on living. Like you have a lot of responsibility with those cards. Maybe here it's a little bit more like irresponsible. Living for the moment, having a laugh, joining with friends, also maybe doing something adventurous, something reckless, something impulsive. And here you have your instincts in form of a dog, kind of showing you the way, and also white rose, showing purity with feelings. So it might come a person into your life that's going to offer you more adventure and more happy things in your life, and it seems like they have good intentions, that you can trust this. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's like you might only rely on yourself. So maybe you have a trust issue in some way. But the Hangman is kind of a situation where you're supposed to maybe face this, that you actually need other people in your life. So for the most of you, this will be in the past, maybe in January. And this is in the now. And here you have the Justice card. So the Justice card is kind of talking about the same thing as the Chariot that popped out, that there needs to be balance. It needs to be balanced maybe by the homey feeling and the more adventurous side in your life. And it's also something with, give and receive. You need to, give of yourself and receive in a beautiful balance. And if you have a problem with receiving, you need to practice on this. If you have a problem on giving, you might need to practice on this to be more open-hearted, to be more like able to give of yourself. the justice is something that you are supposed to learn. It's number 11. You also have the 12, the hangman. So it's kind of showing that 11, 12, that you're not going to be able to move past this before you have learned a lesson. It's like heaven is going to stop you if you're trying. You're not going to be able to move on like with the old kind of survival skills that you have had. You are going to have to learn to something new. It's something new that you need to, take in. Something maybe that has scared you a little bit, because the justice is a very strict card. It's like, and it's a law. It's no one there judging you or anything. It's just like coming by natural law, actually. And here you have the 4 of Pentacles, kind of emphasizing this 9 of Pentacles. I don't need anyone. I can make everything for myself. I have this island of my own where I'm the king, probably, and I don't need you. I don't need anyone. I don't need to talk to you about my problems. I don't need to open my heart about what's bothering me, or I'm able to take care of everything myself. And this might feel very safe, but it's an illusion, because you can't take care of yourself. You need other people, and you also need the earth to sustain you, and the gravity to hold you, and you need a lot of things all the time. So to need people can sometimes be problematic, because they might not need you, and they might leave you, or they might betray you and things like this. So it might feel safer to have like this comfort zone and not move outside of there, keeping your heart really safe. Like, this is the miser, like, my money, I want to open my heart, I won't tell you what I feel. Sometimes it can be good, like you need to have a foundation. This is a beautiful card about foundation. It's 4 corners and it's a brick. It's like earth. So it's very stable. It's like having your, you have your certain way to handle your economy, your friends, your life, your work life, partners, romance. So it's very like stable. But so that's good if you have your principles, and your borders, and what you kind of want in your life and what you don't want. But when you are kind of just staying in your comfort zone, not wanting to upset your own feelings, so you never do anything reckless or anything exciting, you just follow your usual pattern, keeping every exciting person on an arm's length distance, this is going to make your life stale, and that's probably why the Justice and the 12, the Hangman, is here, because they want more action. And here you keep on resisting. This is a 9 of Wands. It's actually Sagittarius energy, so you could say that it's more adventurous, but here the Sagittarius energy is actually used to protect you instead, keeping people on an arm's length, not letting them getting a chance to hurt you. But it's also like she has backed as far as she can, and it's like she's on this high altitude as the Fool. So it's something going on here where you kind of want to, this person is not really mindful of the edge. It's like, well, if I fall, I fall. But this person is like, I have pushed myself as far as I could go for your sake, and now I can't push myself any longer because I will fall. So this is where you make your border. And that is actually using your strength to define where your lines are and how much you can change or how much you can push yourself for the sake of being with other people. So I think a lot of this is going on, like how much can you require from others? How much can they require from you? Where do we draw the line? So a lot of things with this is going on, yes. And here we have a 4 of Swords as well. So it seems like a lot of you people are using maybe the silent treatment to get your will through. When you want love in your life and you're not really maybe not getting this, you might freeze out other people or like not talk to them, or this might be a person not talking to you because you have put up some kind of border or some kind of draw some line in the sand. But it's 4 of Swords, so that's not as stable as the 4 of Pentacles. It's air. So it's maybe just for a moment, maybe it's something that you need to learn. Maybe you're just like learning how to put borders for yourself and where to draw the line and things like this. So maybe you are practicing and you need a little time to digest this. Maybe it's like a time needed where you don't want to push yourself so much. Maybe you are a bit fragile right now, but it's something waits for you. So to be this in this hesitation is kind of maybe not like that exciting, or it doesn't bring any action to your life, or it's like keeping old things there and new things out. So I think there would be a good thing if you could sacrifice maybe a little bit of those comfort zones and safety lines and everything to have a little bit more action. Here comes the sun, and it comes beautifully underneath the Fool. So the sun is also a child, and it's a white horse, like what you really want in life, what you don't know that you want, kind of things that you are obvious for you. And you have your soul here, or our common soul, the sun, and plants are growing, and it's these yellow flowers again. So you need to start to check up what's making you happy, because, well, yes, being in the comfort zone might make you safe and feel calm, and your emotion might not be like a roller coaster, but it's also maybe going to keep you from being happy. And this card wants you to be happy. The Full energy wants happiness. The sun energy wants happiness. So I think you need to, chance a little bit. Maybe you can retreat to this comfort zone whenever, or your shelly thing, your Cancer. So maybe you can retreat to your comfort zone whenever things get troublesome, but maybe, stick out a hand there in the sun, or the nose, or a foot or something. Because you need like more energy. It's almost like becoming like a desert here, boring, your life shouldn't be boring. So this is in the future. And here we have Knight of Wands, so that's Sagittarius, and it's coming underneath the King of Pentacles and Justice. So it's kind of show that you can't just stay in your castle and be this safe person counting your money. You need to have action, more action in your life. So this is what the Divine is talking about all the time here with you. So I think this is really something that you need to start practicing on, because of the 11 and the 12. It's kind of, they are going to start with whisperings. Maybe you need to get out a little bit more. Maybe you need to do something reckless, and you say, no, I don't want to. And then they kind of push you a little bit further and push you a little bit further. It's like first from whispering, and then the Tower comes and just, tear things down for you. So it's better if you listen when they're whispering, so you don't have to experience those bigger events that kind of destroy your safety. So you have to go out and do something that's out of order. Here comes the King of Wands also. So you see this Knight's energy is growing into a king. So this might be like you have 2 kings and 2 knights in your spread here. So it might be indicating that you have a lot of new energy coming in, and a lot of new energy soon be growing into something that you're really skilled at. So I think this is something that you already know how to do this, like how to have fun and how to have adventures. It might also be indicating a lot of new suitors, male or female. This is like Sagittarius, this is Leo, and we also have the fire sign Aries, but it doesn't have to be a fire sign person, and it can be you as well. But this might indicate that someone new, exciting might come into your life, or you might become very exciting and more like, well, you don't want to settle for anything like less than what you really want to have, like living a full life, living every minute like it counts. And be a little brave, risk a little thing, be a little passionate, stirring things up a little bit. Next card is 3 of Swords, and this is probably what you're fearing. Like you keep yourself in your little shell, in your comfort zone, because outside the door, the old feelings of pain and being maybe vulnerable is waiting for you. And you need to go through those, because they are never ever going to go away until you give them attention, because that's why feelings are there. They are your biologic feedback system, and also your kind of connection with the divine and your own soul. And energy is eternal, so they can wait outside this door forever, and you will stay inside there forever, and nothing more will happen in your life, and that's boring. So go out and face this, this danger of becoming hurt or being betrayed or whatever, because you can find inner strength. You have the Nine of Wands, the Sagittarius energy here, so and you have your animalistic instincts. So I think you can, you kind of know when a person is going to hurt you. So you don't have to trust anyone, like naively, like just like everyone will be your friend. You can use your instincts to tell which person is your friend and which not. And you don't have to, open your arms to anyone or let them into your most secret rooms. You can just invite them for dinner, or go on a movie, or go walking in the park, or doing something exciting. And whenever a person becomes like, doing something that violates your borders or your boundaries or your values, you can tell them. You don't need to use the silent treatment. You can tell them exactly how it feels, exactly what happens within you. Like, well, now when you said it, I feel angry, or I feel disappointed. You can start defending yourself with words. You don't have to stay at home to be safe. You can go out among people and still be safe, because you can use your mouth to tell people when they are doing right and when they are doing wrong, giving them some feedback. And here's the Nine of Cups. So we all need our needs met. And here's a lot of needs being met. And she has the green for unconditional love and the blue for hope. And it's a wolf here, arc kind of showing bridges. And the fireplace here is heart warmth and things like this. So it seems like after a little bit of hesitation, you will actually acknowledge that you have needs, and you might go and start figuring out how to get those needs met. It's nines here all the way, so it's kind of this figuring out how much is you, how much is other people. 9 is very far, you have advanced far, so you have kind of becoming really self-sufficient because you have gone through all the steps. So you are kind of a grown-up now, but the grown-up also reckon that they are being able to take care of themselves and also their needs. So that's a way to put yourself out there and still be feeling safe, because you're a mature, grown-up person. So you don't have to stay indoors to be safe. You can go outside and be safe, because you're kind of like this hero thing going on here. Okay, and here we have a 7 of Swords, and it comes from the Hanged Man and the 4 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is probably what you are fearing, like a person not being true to you, a person lying, a person cheating, things like this. So if you, and here's the Fool, like a Fool and the Sun, it's very naive persons, trusting easily. So maybe this is your weak point, that you have a side with you that always want to trust other people, and maybe you shouldn't all the time. So maybe your mission now is to go out your comfort zone and check out what people can't you trust. That might be the lesson for this beginning of February. Trying to, be a little judgmental. Trying to start to see people as they really are, not through your pink glasses. Or Cancer people also, they are rather in tune with their feelings, so they might see the person as they are in their soul, not how they are when they are like manifested in a human body. So you might see them as the pure souls they are, and you always get yourself fooled. So try to look more at the actual person and their behavior and how they are acting towards, other people and you. I think this might be what has been confusing you. And also it kind of takes one to know one. So it's also, you need to check where you are kind of giving white lies and things, so people won't get hurt. The most hurtful thing for other people is when you are kind of giving them, much nicer but a world or a vision full of illusions, like, well, I really like that thing that you are doing, and da da da. If you don't, you shouldn't say it. You can say, you know, nice things to cheer up someone's day, even if you don't really mean it. But things that, you know, start to matter, things where you can, you know, start to hurt people when you say, well, I love to do this for you, but I can't because I'm going on vacation, da da da. That's when it's, you know, slipping out of your hands. So try to be more, you know, truthful with what you say. Don't come with these white lies. Try to stand up for what you want, what you need, what you don't want, your yes and your no's. So you don't have to show a lying, cheating face just because you want everyone to be happy and take care of each other and this, because if you want to be a grown up with all these nines, maybe you need to be a little bit more serious also with the truth telling, and also be more judgmental towards people, so you know who can fulfill your needs and who can't. So exciting month, more adventure coming in, but this like what you have been experienced before, and why you are keeping yourself like locked in is because you don't want to experience this, and probably because of this, what you fear is usually what you attract. So probably you're going to attract a lot of people trying to you know, do things behind your back or hurt you in some way. So that's a great time now to practice on how to handle those people. Okay, so go out, have fun, and practice on handling difficult people in your life. And that will be the lesson. And I think a lot of new exciting people is going to come into your life also, making it more adventurous. So that's something to look forward to. So, wisdom of the hidden realms for you, my dear Cancer. Phoenix and the Arrow Master. So the Phoenix is a card about that you need to sacrifice things to have exchange of energy. It's resurrection, surrender to change. Things are going to change either by your like you following those whispers from the divine when they first come, or you can follow them when they are trying to set your world on fire. But I recommend to do it like before that. It's much more easier if you know, go along with the energy when it comes at first. You can just go with the flow instead of resisting it and then have to be forced, dragged along with a tsunami wave instead of fire, maybe in this case. And here's the Arrow Master. So hitting the mark, intention, detachment. So it's like you want something in your life and you are kind of you know, hesitating to get this because it might mean that you're risking like hope and things. Because if you don't want anything, you're not risking of getting disappointed. But if you want something, you risk getting disappointed. So the advice from the divine is kind of want things and shoot for the stars, and then wait and see what comes back for you, and want the next thing and shoot for it and see what comes back. You don't have to be so detached with like shooting 1 hour and say, well, it didn't come back to me, so I won't ever practice this again. I will stay at home. I won't go out. I won't talk to people ever again. So try to be more like shooting a lot of, you know, seeds and arrows around you, and not ask just one person if they want to do something nice this weekend. You can ask several, and maybe more than one say yes, and you can say, well, we go and ski, or we can go out, or we can do. So, you know, maybe you're putting too much effort on one thing. You should spread your investments more in a wider sense. So, and also past life oracle cards to see what's maybe the Three of Swords and your resistance here is representing. Oh, yes, of course. You don't want to experience unrequited love. So you kind of say no before you can get hurt. But that's kind of keeping you out of what you need as well, because you need love. You don't need unrequited love, but you need love. And it's like, if people doesn't want to give this to you, as I said, maybe you need to, search wider. You can't get everything you need from one person. And if one person doesn't want to give you what you need, that's kind of a dried up well. And you need to go to one that has water. So it's nothing wrong with you. It's something wrong with the well. You can't stay and try to, get the well to work and pump it and no water will come. And you think, well, I'm not lovable. This well is not going to give me any water. So it's kind of, well, this well is dried up. It can't give me what I need. So I will go and find a well that can. So I'm not wanting you to be unfaithful or something like this, but try to tell people more like, well, I need this and I really, really need this. And if you can't provide it to me, maybe we have to move on our separate ways. So don't be a liar, don't be a cheater, but still see to that you get what you need in your life. And don't stay and wait for, a dried up place to get fertile. If it don't, if it has no water now, who will know when it has water the next time? So maybe it's better to check up a more fertile place. Okay, so thank you, dear Cancer, for watching all this far, and take really good care of yourself. And we'll meet again, I hope, in the middle of February. Okay, bye-bye.